Hi home bakers! Today I'm in the kitchen making maple butter tarts. In this classic Canadian recipe, the iconic butter tart gets a maple syrup twist. This flaky pastry is filled with a rich maple filling. These are sweet, buttery, and completely irresistible. So if you're a fan of butter tarts, you've got to give this maple version a try. It's the perfect way to celebrate maple season. So let's get into the kitchen. This is how I make maple butter tarts. The first thing we need to do for this recipe is prepare the pastry for the tart shells. You can make your own homemade pie dough, roll it out and cut it into circles like I'm doing here. Then to form the shells, I'm going to press each pastry disc into 12 cups of a muffin tin. But you can of course skip this step and make this recipe super quickly and easily by using some pre-made store-bought tart shells. Now all I have to do is mix the ingredients for the filling. I'm going to use a large measuring cup like this just because it makes it really easy to pour it into the shells. For this super easy butter tart filling, I'm going to add 1 cup of brown sugar, a half cup of pure maple syrup, a 1/4 cup of melted butter, 2 eggs, and 1/8 teaspoon of salt. Now everyone seems to have their favorites for butter tart fillings. You can keep these simple and add in nothing at all, or to each tart shell, add in some mix-ins before pouring in the filling. Some classic choices are raisins, currants, chopped nuts, or even some chocolate chips. I'm going to add raisins to half of my shells and the other half I'm going to leave plain. If you are using any kind of dried fruit for yours, they will soak up some of the moisture from the filling, which will leave your butter tarts a little less runny. Now I can fill my tart shells, leaving about 1/4 inch of space at the top. And then they're ready to go into my preheated 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius oven and bake for 20 minutes, or until you see the filling has slightly puffed up and is caramelized on top. Remove your tarts from the oven and allow them to cool to room temperature or just warm before serving. These easy butter tarts are a classic Canadian maple syrup dessert. The perfect flaky, rich crust with a sweet, gooey filling. And since these are made with pure maple syrup, this homemade butter tart recipe is the perfect dessert to celebrate maple season. And I'll leave a link in the description box below to my favorite flaky pie crust recipe. And as always, you can find a link to the full written recipe in the description box below. Enjoy! If you're a fan of deliciously simple vintage recipes and old-fashioned skills, then you'll want to check out this next video. Thanks for stopping by.